What is up, guys? This is the Pig Dev back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys how to be scripting part touch functions in Roblox Studio. So we're going to be making three different part touch functions. Number one, a color part. So when you touch it, the part's color changes. And here, a tool part that gives you a tool. Oh my goodness. That gives you a tool when you touch it. Mike. And the third part that destroys itself and spawns in a new part, as you guys can see over here. So let's learn this in Roblox Studio. Let's get right into it. I'm gonna start off by opening up a new base plate, and I'm gonna be making three parts with three different on part functions. One is going to change its color when touched. The second part is going to give the player a tool when touched. And the third part is going to destroy itself and spawn in a new part when touched. So I am going to click on the toolbox and go into my models and go and open this up. You guys don't need this, you can do this yourselves, but I just have made this for understanding. So if you want this, you can go ahead and get it in the description, but I've made no scripts in this, so we'll be scripting right now. So I'm gonna go ahead, and this is a model, so I'm gonna go ahead and click Control U to ungroup this. So basically I've just put these billboard GUIs that show which part is which, and give us an idea of which part we have to touch. So starting off, let's do the color part. So I'm going to go ahead and name this color part and add in a script. Now, in the script, we're going to get the part itself. So local part is equal to script.parent. And now we're going to make it so that when the part is touched, it changes its color. But for that, so I'm going to make it so that it changes its color 3 times. So we can get 3 local variables: local color 1, local color 1, local color 2, and local color 3. So here, we can go ahead and click on this part, go into the brick color, and just get some different colors. So deep blue, so is equal to, in parentheses, deep blue. Make sure it's exactly the same. Spaces, spaces, caps, everything. And I think we can just follow this. So really red. And color 3 is equal to sea green. I'm pretty sure that's another color. So now we can do part.touched :connect function, and type in those parentheses. Now in these parentheses, usually we keep them blank, but here we need a variable for the parts that touches this part. So that's other part, a variable that Roblox has given to us. So basically what this is the part that touches the color part. So if this part were to touch the color part, then this part would be the other part, and this part would be the base part. But so if you want to get the base part as well, you can type it in here, but we don't need it now because we already have this. This is the base part. Now hit enter, and now we have a function. So we can go ahead and type in parts.brickColor, so this is the color of the part, is equal to brickColor dot new parentheses, and either you can just do quotation marks and put whatever color you want, or you can just add in color 1 if you've added that variable. So whatever you put here is going to change the color to that. Make sure that these colors are these names of the colors are correct, otherwise it's not going to work. So it's going to change. So when touch is going to change into deep blue, and then we can do wait 1. So it's going to wait 1 second, and then we can do part.brick color is equal to brick color dot new color 2, and make sure this is a capital, and then we can do wait 1 again, and I'm just going to copy this, paste it here, and just change this to color 3. And we can do print successfully ran function. So click play, and here in the output you'll see that for some reason it already has changed its colors. Why? Because we haven't done one thing. Other parts, so we're going to do if other part, then. So only if there is another part. So if there is a part that has touched the base part, then only then will this function run. Make sure you put an end here. So I'm going to change it back to the original color, which is whatever this is. But another thing we can do is just go ahead and I'm going to just type in, get another local variable. So I'm going to do local base color is equal to deep stone gray, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, and we're just going to do outside of the function, we're going to do parts, or we can just paste this part.color.new base color. So when you play the game, it's going to change the color to this. I'm going to check the output, and for some reason it still changes. That's because we made it so that if anything touches this, it will run the function. We have to make it so even if a part touches this, or like anything touches this, it's going to run the function. But what we need to do is we need to make it so only when the player touches it, see, it changes the color. Only when the player touches it. But now whatever touches it, it changes the color. And that's why it's glitching. So what we're going to do is, to do this, we're going to see if the other part is, a player. So we're going to do if other parts dot parents. Okay, so other part, for example, like if I click play, it's not gonna work now, but if I were to touch this, so if I let me explain. So if I go in avatar and I add in my avatar, this is my avatar. So this is a model. So if I go here, the part that touched this base part is not the entire character, but one part. So probably my leg touched it or something, my right lower leg probably touched it. So we need to see if it's a player. So it could be any part. So what we're going to do, so this would be the other part in that case, if my leg touched it. Wait, let me find the right foot. So this is probably what touched it, right? The right foot. So the part doesn't know if it's a player or not. It just knows that something touched it. To see if it's a player or not, we're going to do, so this is the other part in this case. So other part.parent is equal to the rig. But the rig could be any model. So what shows that, it is a player is this humanoid thing. That shows that it's a character. It's a player or character. So that's what we're trying to find. So we go into the script, and we're going to go if other part.parent, we'll find first child. And then in single quotation marks, humanoid. And then it's going to run this function. So what this is doing, if it's checking if there's a humanoid in the other part's parent, so which is the player, and if there is a humanoid, then this is going to happen. This is going to occur. But if it's not a humanoid, then nothing's going to happen. But let's debug it. So if other part.parent humanoid, then so it's going to run this function. And if it's not, let's do that. So else. So if it's not, print unsuccessful, not a player. Alright? Now let's add in a part above this part. So this is basically indicating anything other than a player. So I'm going to unanchor this part. It's already unanchored. And it's going to fall, basically, if I run, it's going to fall and touch this. And if I go into view output, it's going to say unsuccessful, not a player, because it's not a player. So the function didn't run. But if I play and play here, so you'll see it falls down, it touches, we go in view, we go in output, it says unsuccessful, not a player. But when we touch it, see the function runs. Alright, that's what it's going to do. This function is going to run. Alright, so that's how you basically check if it's a player or not. We can add another wait one here. Alright. Okay, so now that we finished the first part, right? Now we finished the first part. Now let's go to the second part. I think we're going to do the self-destruction part first because it's a lot easier. So we're going to go in this part, and I'm going to name this self-destruct part. And we can just go ahead and copy this script and paste it in the self-destruct part, but delete everything inside. We're only going to get this function and the parts. That's all we need. So now we're going to go ahead and, so what this is going to do is it's going to destroy itself and then spawn a new part like over here or something. Alright, so we can go ahead and just do the same thing. So other part, if other parts dot parent colon find first child humanoid, then hit enter, and then it's going to go ahead. See, you can do it so that it kills you as well. I'm not going to do that for now. If you want to do it so that it kills you, just do local humanoid is equal to other part dot parent colon find first child humanoid, and then humanoid dot health is equal to humanoid dot health minus 100, but we don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to destroy itself, right? So part colon destroy. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to make an explosion, for example. So instance dot new instance dot new. So let's do local. So local explosion is equal to instance dot new explosion, and explosion dot position is equal to part dot position. And we can do this before here. And now it's going to spawn in a new part. So local new parts is equal to instance dot new parts and part dot position. So we can just go ahead and just take this position, for example. So just go here and just copy this position in the C frame and paste it. So it's equal to vector 3.new, and then paste this. And then we're going to do print successful school. And then if you want to put the name of the player, so like successful, the player who touched this part was, and then we do dot 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 game dot players dot. Oh, it's not a local script. Okay, you know what? Just leave that. Just leave that. It's gonna take a while for us to do that. So here was a player. Okay, let's do, and then we do else, right? So else, not a player. Okay, so we play here again. Click view, output. See, not a player. Go and touch this, and it's going to disappear. And for some reason, the explosion didn't occur, nor did the part occur. Alright? That's because of a few things. Starting off, we didn't give the part a parent, so part.parent is equal to workspace, game.workspace. And I'm not sure why the explosion didn't work. Maybe it's because there's like some properties of the explosion. Which I'm not sure. Explosion, blast pressure, blast radius. Where is the explosion? Where does it even show? Like what? I have to like play the explosion. I have no idea. So you guys can check that out. But I'm just gonna leave the explosion for now because I've never used explosion before. So basically, if we go and click play here, let's just always have the output. Okay, is going to say, get this in here. Why is this so annoying? Okay. So now not a player, you go and touch it, destroy, and this is a parent property of self-destruct part is locked. The parent property of self-destruct part is locked. Oh, okay, new parts. I'm the dumbest guy alive right now. New part, okay. So, okay, I'm dumb. I'm done. Okay, now it should work. As you can see, touch it, and the new part has spawned in, and says successful. The player who touched this part was a player. So basically, what I did was instead of specifying the part that spawns in, instead of putting new part, I just put part, which is destroyed because we just destroyed it, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So now we're done with 2. Let's add it. Let's finally make the 3rd one. So go ahead and add a part. Scale this part. And let's make like a weird, let's make like a sword or something. So, like a long sword. So this is our part. So I'll go ahead and name this handle. Control X. I'm going to delete this rig. Go ahead and add in a tool. And add and just right click paste into. And now there's our tool, go in plugins, and I'm going to tool editor. And here we're going to change how you hold this. So like this. And this reminds me, I made a video that plays an animation when a tool is clicked on. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. So now we have the tool. Now we put the tool. Let's close this plugin. We put the tool, let's put the tool, and let's name this sword. And we're going to put this sword in the... My earphone just fell off, I swear. Like, we're going to put the sword in the replicated storage. And we're going to go ahead and just duplicate the script again, same thing, put in the part, and we're going to name this sword giver script. Okay, so I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to just keep this other part and stuff. So here we're going to do so we're going to do We're gonna get the tool, obviously. So local tool is equal to game dot replicated storage. Replicated storage colon find first child sword, and then we're gonna do local humanoid, local player is equal to other parts dot parents, because we already know now, because if you know that. So we do player dot so we do tool dot parent is equal to player dot backpack. I'm not sure if there's a if P is capital. Player dot backpack. Play here. Click view output. Okay, so it says not a player. You didn't touch it, and it says backpack is not a valid member of this. So here it is actually a valid member. So if that happens, it's gonna do find first child. Find first child backpack. Okay. Oh my god, no. Okay, so play here. Not a player. Okay. X out. Touch this. And another error. It doesn't even do anything now. It doesn't even do anything. Why? Why? Players, substitute IT, backpack. To that parent is final for no, there's no backpack. So player. Why does it say that? It never says that. Backpack. Local player backpack. Pack is equal to player dot backpack. Player backpack. Play here. View output. I'm not sure why this is not working. Backpack is not. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Oh wait, works. Okay, I'm dumb. Okay, to do this, we're going to need. Okay, I'm not sure, but we're gonna do player is equal to game dot players. I'm gonna do local player name is equal to other parts dot parent dot name. So this is getting the name of the player. So what this is doing basically, okay, let me show you. If I go and click play, so in the workspace, so it's taking the workspace's player, and in like my player, but in the workspace there's no backpack, but in the players, and if I go in my player, there is a backpack, but it's taking the workspace's backpack. So what we need to do is we're getting the player name, and then we're gonna go in local player game.players, and then find the player in the game.players using this. So you're gonna put colon find first child, and then in this we're gonna do player name. So it's gonna find so for example, sub to big YT, right? So sub to big YT is the player name, and then it's gonna find in the players is gonna find a player called sub to big YT. Alright, and then we can do if player then, and then put this in this. Player backpack is equal to player dot backpack, and then tool.parent is equal to player backpack. Okay, and then we can do else print couldn't find player. Couldn't find player. Can I put it here now? Yeah, no, I can't. Okay. Couldn't find player. And if it's successful, then gave sword to player, gave sword to, and then we can get the player's name. So I swear, game player name, name. Yeah. Okay, now play here. Let's see if this works. Yes, it did work. I told you guys. Okay. If that happens, sword, just unanchor it or whatever. It's just too long to use right now. That's why it's not working. So, as you can see, this changes the color. This destroys and starts and spawns in a new part. And this gives you a tool. Which, oh my god. Oh, okay. See? The tool works, but it's just way too long.